If you're the governor, why do I need to see this Ephra?
He's leader of the resistance.
What's that?
They fight the kett and protect us.
So we gotta go meet the military boss.
What's happening? We have a visitor. This isn't safe. We should lock it up.
I detect unusual levels of electrostatic energy in the Angara.
I thought this is insane. It belongs in a containment cell.
We're Governor Shire enemies.
You don't know what you're doing.
Am I that intimidating?
You're an outsider who invaded our home. We know nothing about you.
I'm not
What's up,
here
Johnny?
to
Good
cause
morning
trouble.
to you as well.
Then keep
Or
moving.
afternoon.
How did it find us?
He, not it. And stop staring.
It's tiny.
None of the local flora register in my data files. We've encountered an undiscovered ecosystem.
I'd see another alien.
Your city is beautiful.
Thank you. You're the first outsider to see it.
I'm honored. What happens if Ephra doesn't like me?
He won't. But you need to earn his trust.
He's responsible for everyone's safety.
Look at it.
I know what that's like.
How does it stay upright?
You're a leader.
Trying to be.
Do you think we'll be able to talk to you?
All right.
This is
They are bullies, but this situation is now your fault. Don't get kicked out, Moran, not because of them.
But you're telling me to be weak.
No, I am telling you to be strong through your cunning and heart. Okay? Hey.
It really is the best one in the Resistance.
I know.
Our experience with the kett makes us naturally distrustful of all aliens.
We've had our own run-ins with the kett.
Then you really do understand. When the Archon came to Helios, he demolished our sovereign state. Took what he wanted, as if we were nothing. Now, the kett mercilessly abduct Angara. Often, we never see our people again. Come this way. Ephra is waiting,
Wait, the kett kidnap you? Steal your people?
and the Resistance fights them every day. With everything we can.
Is it attrition? What are they after?
You should save your questions for Ephra.
Kadara be damned. I won't lose Voeld. Ephra, this is one of the aliens from the Milky Way. A Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. It's an aggressive move coming to Aya.
It wasn't meant that way. I have an ark full of desperate people counting on me to find them a home before they starve.
Of course, I feel for you and your people. So, Pathfinder, never mind how you even found us. Why are you here?
On a hostile planet we call Eos, I explored an ancient structure, a vault, and brought it back online. It stabilized that planet's environment.
Remnant. Recent intelligence supports that claim.
If I'm right, there's a vault on Aya that's different. I need to look inside.
You're right. There's a vault out there, but it was shut years ago and the entrance hidden. We can't help you.
The Moshai could. She's our most revered scientist and elder. She knows this vault.
But now the kett have her, and our rescue attempts failed. She's lost to us, and you.
There must be another way. How can I convince you? Can I offer help?
Arrogant. I don't know you, let alone trust you. Why would I want your help?
Of course.
Ephra, I feel... Efra, what this alien says is extraordinary. The Moshai would want us to be brave and not let this chance pass.
Joel, you talk too much.
Let me assess this, alien. I'll be your eyes. I know you can spare me.
Go if you want. But when he tries to kill you, be prepared to strike first.
I'm Jal Amaderov. I'll be your envoy through Angaran space.
It's gonna be cozy, so I hope you like people.
I hope I don't regret this.
Me too.
Alright, time to get to know the locals.
I've organized my analysis of Aya. Shall I relay it to the Nexus?
Definitely.
Trade? Trade. Trade.
Enchantment?
Are you asking or telling?
I'm wondering, do you exchange goods and services? How does your economy work?
We pay for things with a currency called credits. Abstract wealth.
The kett offered gifts, made odd bargains, never traded. What are your credits worth? What can we do with them?
You pay them to us for whatever we're selling.
Now we cut open the heart. And what do you offer?
I don't know. What do you want?
Your ship?
Not for sale.
Worth a try.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Yes. Call me Soka. I run cargo between Aya and other worlds. Good work. Good at it. You're here to help my people. Prove it. I need help. One of my suppliers off-world stopped checking in. Has things I need. There could be trouble.
You're one of few people here willing to give me a chance. I'll take it.
You have a ship? I have my supplier's nav point. His name is Keldo. Find him, his supplies. Come back and prove you're helpful. Then maybe we trade.
Alright. First quest.
I'm scared.
Okay, that's a dead end. We've got a quest up there. We got a whole big place to explore. I don't know if we can explore it yet. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think I can go through the rest of the city yet. Yeah, it's locked.
I'm sure of it. Don't kill yourself, Rick.
Stars above. It's you. I was hoping to get a chance to speak with you. You left your home to cross dark space. Is it true you can never go back?
Yeah. This is home now.
To take such a risk and give up your old life, why did you do it?
I believed in what the initiative stood for. I still do.
That's noble of you. I'm not sure I could make the same choice.
My turn for a question. Do I get to know your name?
Oh, of course. I'm Avela Kajar, curator for the Repository of History. We study relics of our past, try to piece together what we lost in the Scourge. And the truth is, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. Pathfinder, how much do you know about our history?
Like nothing?
I still have a lot to learn.
Centuries ago, the Scourge targeted my people, Our ships were the first to go dark. Many of those ships went down over Havarl. The wilds of that planet are filled with history. A scientist on Havarl just contacted me with a new nav point of an intact crash site. A huge opportunity. But with Remnant patrolling the area, we can't get close enough. Not like you can.
How do you know about me and the Remnant?
I have friends in the Resistance. They heard your conversation with Ephra.
Man, news
I know
travels
it's a lot
fast.
to ask, but you have a ship and the means to get past the Remnant. Without your help, I'm stuck.
I've always wanted to give archaeology a try.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. If you find anything, I'll be here. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Alright. Got us another quest. Coffee, hurry up.
I'm here to assist you, Pathfinder.
Ryder, ship's fixed up and ready to fly.
Your ship is... We have nothing like it.
Wait till you see the inside.
Humble brag.
It gets better.
Oh yeah.
You ready to go?
Nice. Yeah, let's boogie. We can't do anything until we do these first
I'll introduce you
quests.
to the rest of my crew.
I'm just saying, as far as first contact goes, at least that went better than the last one.
Only slightly.
Yeah, what happened? I wanted to look around.
And now we have another mouth to feed, whatever he eats.
Whatever he eats.
Did the translators not work?
They work.
I know we're improvising as we go, but let's remember that there is Pathfinder team protocol.
Don't think I got that handbook. Ryder, we followed our best lead here, and now we don't even have that.
Jarl has offered to do what he can to help us access the vault on Aya.
How do we do that when we're leaving the planet it's on?
That's a fair point. Jarl?
Seriously?
Settle down. Ryder's right. There's an Angara right here. Let's hear from the new guy.
One day, about 80 years ago, the Archon and the Kett arrived in Helios, and the horror began.
They declared war?
Nothing so easy to define or fight.
The Kett kidnap Angara. Their people disappear without a trace. What if they were us?
Sure, I'll fight Kett all day long, but that's no plan.
I agree. We need to get into that vault, Ryder. Surprisingly, I'm with Peavy. Our own mission has to take priority.
We have a plan. Kind of. Pretty solid. Jarl?
The Resistance is stretched thin. I was tasked with traveling to two of our worlds at our briefing this morning. And you'll accompany me.
Because?
Because then, Ephra will see you as trustworthy. You want that.
Jarl's told me about these two worlds, Havarl and Voeld.
Before the Scourge disaster, Voeld was a thriving planet of billions. A shining center of technology and life.
And now?
It's the center of our ground war against the Kett. Our resistance base is fighting Kett Command for control of the planet.
What about the other?
Havarl is the birthplace of the Angara. It's started to degrade, to become wild and dangerous. We suspect Remnant.
Now we're talking.
We've recently lost contact with our scientists.
Still don't get how any of this helps us.
I do. Help us, or rather help me, and I'll vouch for you, right? Because Jal wants inside Aya's vault too.
Pathfinder, it's your call.
Don't know yet. Just be ready to go at a moment's notice. Got it?
You bet.
Jal, give Callow the nav points for both planets. Let's do this.
Alright, let's get some more information about these two planets. Do some upgrading, some crafting.
What do you make of the Angara, Doc?
Still compiling my first impression.
Okay, mission funds 70 to strike enemy forces, send a strike team. %21% chance of success, it's a little low. %5 chance. Alright, well, we're probably not gonna be beating those. Claim rewards. Alright, can we hire a new strike team? Nope, I need 120 mission funds. Okay, I got some new goodies.
I can't wait for my first session with Jal.
Try not to scare him away, huh?
I don't have any credits anyway. That's 2. I could probably upgrade the one I've got. Well, I'm not going to get anything from there at the moment. I'm completely broke, so we definitely need to do some quests. I don't think we need to talk to anybody yet, but let's double check.
Aya has so much biodiversity, and the waterfalls.
Just like Sirkesh.
Anomaly detected. Probes launched.
I do need to talk to Jarl. I
Tracking
forgot.
a huge mineral
Or Javi. I
deposit.
forget. I need to go talk to him about which 2 planets because I don't remember if it matters which order we do these in. Mahal says I want to start streaming Lord of the Rings online. Do you think I reach a good viewer base with that game? You'll never know until you try. The last thing you should be worried about is viewer base. When you're first getting going, your only important factor is just go live, get yourself into a routine, get ready to grind for the next 2 to 3 years and build an audience. If you are entertaining and you also play a good game and a fun game that's fun to watch, then you will naturally get an audience. So,
I'm picking up something.
could be Lord of the Rings Online, could be something else.
huge mineral deposit.
Another good morning, another day, another stream. Yes, it is indeed, 80 Storm. Good evening to some.
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Satellite detected.
Alright, that is a Trail of Hope quest. Let's go talk to him and figure out, I can't remember which planet the priestess is on. She wants to go to Voeld. Okay. PB wants to go to Voeld as well.
One hell of a trip this is turning out to be. Hostiles, ruined worlds, no home in sight. Everyone's getting toasty. There was a 2-hour argument yesterday and no one even knew how it started.
That's not good.
Luckily, I have the perfect way for people to unwind. Movie night.
Taking a breather for a good movie? I could get behind that.
Best part is, it doesn't need to be good. Still get mileage out of the bad ones. It's worth it to jumpstart everyone's pioneer spirit and all that. The Tempest database is pretty dry. Could you download a movie library from Nexus Ops to see what I've got to work with?
If I have time.
Thanks. Everyone will appreciate it.
Movie night. Good morning, Devon. Ada Storm asked, have you got any thoughts on AI in making games in the future? Do you think it will be used quite a lot in the near future to speed up game development and cost? Well, I think a lot of people mistakenly think that AI is some magical solution that's going to make everything cheaper and it's going to replace human beings, and it's not. In order to govern AI to get it to the point where it makes good results, you still need human beings running that system. You have to have someone there to do the fine-tuning. So as an example, the way it is right now, like if you want ChatGPT to draft you something, you can give it parameters and it will draft something, but then you have to go in and fine-tune all that. So there still needs to be artists and there still needs to be writers and editors and people who fine-tune those things. So we're a long way from AI being able to be like, here's a video game for you to play. Does it help speed up the game development process and cost? We can't answer the cost question yet. We can answer the development timeline. Yes and no. It does require learning, so you have to have someone who can learn how to use AI in their workflow, and that takes time. It's also going to take time for the technology to get better. So yes and no. Right now, it's a great tool for drafting, whether it's a script or a rough piece of art or something where you could just have like 20 ideas, throw them on paper, or in this case, throw them into ChatGPT or some similar program. You throw your parameters in there, there's 20 different ideas, and it spits out a bunch of results. Most of those results are going to be shit. Or they're going to be, you've seen the AI stuff in terms of artwork. It'll be like, the hand will have 9 fingers. There'll be like 3 ears sticking out of the side of the face. You know, it might throw back 50 results, but only 3 of those results might be usable. You then take those 3 results and you give it further parameters to maybe the colors aren't right, maybe the head's too small, maybe that line of dialogue doesn't work right, or maybe you want to change this section of the backstory. So you give it more parameters and it spits out more results, and then you have to filter those results to see if they're usable or not. There is still a lot of hands-on required in terms of AI. So someone has to still be there to be a part of that process, which is man hours. So it doesn't necessarily affect the cost of projects because you still need people helming the AI programs. In terms of game development, the place where AI is potentially going to be very useful is in helping to create really cool concept art for the marketing teams to use, really cool concept art for the world builders to use, and the level designers and the zone designers. That artwork will be pivotal in not just like 2D artwork, but also 3D environments, like being able to go into Unreal 5 and say, hey, Unreal 5, I want to make a really cool dungeon set in a volcano, and I want there to be lava waterfalls, and I want there to be, an underground cavern that has a dragon corpse in it, and I want to have 3 different outposts where we have 3 different factions of dwarves that have set up camp, and they're all at war with each other, and I want this, and this, and then you let that go into Unreal 5. It creates a draft version of that dungeon for you, and then you and your world building team go in and you start picking apart the draft, and you start doing the fine-tuning and the handcrafting. So if you've ever done game dev, one of the big processes that used to take time and effort and cost was gray boxing. So you would have an artist come in, or a team of artists, and they would gray box everything out. So they would create boxes representative of what the final assets would be. Here's a castle. Here's a bunch of trees. Here's a fallen wagon and a bridge. And so those would not be actual 3D assets. They would be gray, boxy shapes. You can now get AI to do that part of the process for you. Again, you still need a human being behind it, but we have eliminated the need to have a team of people doing the gray boxing process. So now you can tell AI, gray box this for me. The AI will then gray box everything for you. Well, not entirely. We're getting to that point. I'm using this as a point of analogy. That's where AI is going to be useful. The creation of concept art, the creation of basic zone structures, basic gray boxing for dungeons, but you still need a team of artists to come in and actually handcraft all of those buildings and castles and everything else. Now, as AI gets better, yes, the theory is that eventually AI will be able to replace that process as well. And so instead of needing a team of people creating assets, you'll be able to put your parameters in, and you'll be able to spit out a bunch of assets, but you'll still need human eyes on those to go through and make sure that they all look right and that don't have 3 ears sticking out the side, or 9 fingers on one hand, or 4 eyeballs on one side of the face. Like, you still have to have a human being go through that and check the parameters and everything else. We're a long way from it being a heavily useful component in game development. It's also going to be useful in the creation of quests. So already you can see some basic structuring in terms of, like, we've got radiant quests in many games these days. That's the fundamental base layer of AI working to create quests. They're generic, they're fetch quests, but they do leverage that base technology of an AI program spitting out random quests for players to use. Now, the repetitiveness of that just depends on so many factors, but different games do it to different levels of success. The technology is still relatively new. We also have already seen procedural generation in terms of terrain for years now. That's already working. It's very evident, like if you've ever played No Man's Sky, it's very evident from a visual perspective that that is procedurally generated technology. Like, it's the planets don't look unique enough or original enough. Definitely tell that it's AI at work. Starfield has a lot of parameters that they've used to set up their planets, but you can definitely notice the repetitive nature of things once you start exploring beyond 30, 40 planets. With 1,000 planets in that galaxy, like, you can see it after a while. As the technology gets better, the idea is that it will be harder to tell what is handcrafted versus what is procedurally generated. That's just technology evolving. Is it going to be happening anytime in the near future? I don't think so. I think we're a decade out at least. I think we're 10 years out from us being able to squint really hard at AI and think, wait, is that handcrafted or is that AI? I can't quite tell. I think we're at least 10 years away from that point. Because right now it's still very obvious when someone has used AI or procedural generation to create something. Quests could be really fun. Where it's going to get really crazy is if we get to the point where you can do like the holosuites in Star Trek, where you have creators who are content creators, who are writers, who are authors, and they can work within this holosuite of VR tools and AI tools to create these stories that are holographic stories that people can tell. But we're decades away, not decades, we're probably centuries away from that technology being a reality. But in that world, you won't need anybody other than you. The computer will do it all for you. But we're a long way away from that being the reality. If you could look at Star Wars: The Old Republic, I think that's realistic in the next 10 years to get to the point where you can have an AI system where it can create not only the quests, but also all of the dialogue, so that the games are fully voiced with different types of voice acting, fully done by AI. We already have rudimentary AI voice creation. It's not that great. There's some that's good, some that's not so good. So I think within the next 10 years, we could theoretically get to a point where we could see small games being made by a team of, 1 or 2 people, where it's a fully voiced game that uses AI for the quests, it uses AI for the voiceovers, it uses AI for all the writing, it uses AI for, some of the asset creation. It's not quite there music-wise yet. I mean, it's just another tool in the toolbox. I use ChatGPT all the time for drafting purposes. It's great. I no longer have to freehand drafts. I just get an idea in my head and I set that as a parameter and I go, give me some, and then it spits out a bunch of rough notes and I can take those notes and go, I like that, trash, like that, shove that to the side. Now I've got 3 paragraphs that I can use to get something rolling, and then from there I can flesh it out from there. So it's a, it's already, if you haven't watched yet, Aidstorm, you need to watch what Netflix does. AI lip syncing is already way, but only with the companies that are willing to spend on it. Netflix does this. So if you've ever watched a show on Netflix that has an international audience and they've done dubs for, and it's mostly on the big budget shows, but this tech, I was watching this a couple weeks back. Netflix has it to where if you're watching a show and doesn't matter, English, and you're watching it with English dubs and English subs, but then you change it to like German dubs and English subs, the AI will attempt to match the lips, the movement of the lips on the actors to the dubs that are being spoken on screen. It's fucking amazing. It's not flawless, it's not perfect, but it is incredibly well done. So Netflix is already using that tech. And I think as far as I'm aware, they're sort of the leaders in that technological space. But that's already at play as well. So there's some cool stuff out there. Yeah. I mean, we're a long way from it being... It's a long way from AI replacing people's jobs. But I think it is very, very important that if you plan on working in the creative fields, whether it's as a writer, a songwriter, an author, an artist, a 3D artist, a concept artist, whatever, you really do need to be learning AI. Like, if you're in 2025 trying to, get a job or maintain a position in a workplace from 2025 and beyond, or if you're someone who's coming up trying to get, thinking that you want to work in this space over the next 5 years, you need to be learning AI. If you're not learning AI, you're shooting yourself in the foot, for sure.
So, Jarl.
So?
We haven't had a chance to talk alone. You comfortable in here?
I took it. It feels strange to stay with the others. You are aliens.
And you're alien to us. So there, we have something in common.
We can look at it as a place to start.
Got it.
Perhaps then, if we're all aliens, it's about what kind of alien we are.
You had no idea about us, but you signed up to help us anyway.
Perhaps it had nothing to do with you.
Care to elaborate?
I do not.
I do not care to elaborate.
She's our greatest mind on the Remnant. I was his student.
You studied the Remnant too?
A little. I was terrible. I quit. Or she threw me out. One of those. We're still very close.
So, is that your rifle?
It is now. It's kett, with my own modifications. I like to tinker, to get my hands on something and take it apart.
That's a skill I know we can use. But I have one request. Please don't take apart my ship.
You're right. I signed up. Volunteered for this. It's exciting. There's something unique about you. Uneasy, raw, but somehow profound.
Face value, that sounds like a compliment. A nice one.
It is. Angara feel deeply. We have more trouble hiding our emotions than showing them. I should get back to my work.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate, add deciphering alien psychology.
What plate?
Exactly. See you later.
Yeah, and especially when you get down to the planet and you start... I remember, like, there's this quest where you, like, save an animal from poachers. And it has a lot to do with their cultural heritage.
Yes?
It's good stuff.
What's your story, Jarl?
Why?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Maybe. That would only make sense.
I was born on Earth, third planet of the Sol system in the Milky Way.
That's interesting.
Thank you. That's enough. Until we've established a better trust with each other.
Well, I was going to see if you had anything to say, but I think it's up to us to make a decision on where we go next. So... Still don't have any mods. Sorry, Vetra, you're getting left behind. I gotta take Joel with me. Well, if I remember correctly, I think the resistance leader is on the snow planet. And PB wants to go there anyway, so I think we'll do that planet first. Why do I have something beeping over here? Maybe they're just flickering because of reasons. All right, let's go over here. Oh no, I should have done the other one first. We're gonna explore some planetary systems on our way, guys, because I need resources. So this is the hashtag boring part of the game.
Sometimes I forget how small we are. This is like the perfect time to like get comments up and answered over on YouTube as well. Just blindly flying through space. Man, I feel like this system has nothing in it. I think it might at some point, Devon, but I wouldn't anticipate this year. I would say at some point they'll probably release some sort of definitive edition, and when they do, that'll be the one they make available on the PlayStation. This system looks mostly unexplored.
It was charted. Once. Then the Scourge happened. What's old is new.
Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
I've already got a list up, 80 Storm. There's a YouTube video from like first week of January. It's on my channel. I think it's called My Most Anticipated Games of 2025. No worries. That's why I'm pointing it out, though. Because, yeah, I got asked that question a lot. And I'll probably do a couple of updated versions as well soon because, actually, it'll be 3 different videos because I'll do one that's like, what's my most anticipated PC games, what's my most anticipated Xbox games, what's my most anticipated PlayStation games. Because there are some games that are going to be unique to each console and unique to the PC that I'm going to take a look at. Like, Dune Awakening is a good example. Dune Awakening will be launching on PC only at launch. It will be coming to consoles eventually, but they are doing a PC launch first, which I find somewhat disappointing. But I also understand for budgetary reasons, you know, they're just doing a single launch first.
Satellite detected.
So I'll play that on the PC, even though I would prefer to play it on like console. But you know, being that it's going to be able to be played with a controller on the PC, I'll be fine, you know. Games like Expedition 33, they're going to be available everywhere, so I'll probably end up playing that on the Xbox just because it's easier for me to play on the controller. I like the PlayStation controller gives me thumb fatigue. The Xbox controller is way more comfortable. Then there's things like Avowed that are Xbox exclusive. Well, Xbox and or PC exclusive, and I will play that on the Xbox.
Anomaly on sensors.
This is my 3rd playthrough, Ben. Yeah, not my first time with Mass Effect Andromeda.
Probe away. Getting a scan.
I love it. I played it back to back when it came out, and then I haven't played it since then. So we just did a Mass Effect Trilogy playthrough for the Legendary Edition, and now we're on to Andromeda. Gotta get this wrapped up by the end of the month so that we can move on to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 when it comes out on February 4th, and then we're going to be going to Avowed. Also at the end of this month, I'm going to be trying out Eternal Strands and the new Sniper Elite game. Then next month is KCD2 and Avowed, and then March we've got Tales of the Shire, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and Atomfall. So the next 2 months are super packed. So make sure you stick around for everybody tuning in for the first time. Daily streams, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm coming up on my 3rd year anniversary full time in February. So thanks to those of you who have been here for the past 3 years, and thanks to those of you who are joining as we continue to grow. I do not own a Nintendo. I don't own a Switch. Mainly because there's only one game I care about on the Nintendo, and that's the Zelda games. I don't really care about anything else. There's not any like great RPGs, in my opinion, that are like so unique and special that I need to go run out and get a Switch. Also, I couldn't stand the little tiny controllers, and I don't want to have to go out and buy additional controllers just to play the game, just to play the damn thing. So, yeah, I never got into the Switch. I don't own a handheld. I don't need a handheld. I sit in front of my desk all day, every day. I think Atomfall will be fun. I think people need to temper their expectations a little bit because just from the gameplay preview we saw the other day, which looked amazing, I did see it. Like, I only saw one type of character model for the creepy underground zombies, and I know how the internet works, and I already can hear the little crybabies in the background going, "There's no diversity in the NPCs." So I have a feeling, they've put their budget in other places, not necessarily in the diversity of mobs.
I once took part in an attack on one of their
Which is
bases.
fine. Everybody's got a
Sounds like
different
fun.
budget.
It was desperate. We won, but only barely.
Okay, bundle up, people.
I'll stay on my nice warm ship.
Alright.
Anomaly on sensors.
Wasn't paying attention. I went to the wrong planet first.
Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Mineral! Give me more. Get some sleep, 80 Storm. It is a fundamental aspect of life. I wish I could get more. We're still dealing with a sick cat who gets us up at like 1:30, 2 o'clock every morning. So I've been going to bed at like last night I was in my bed at 5:30 in the afternoon. I didn't go to sleep at 5:30, but I was in my bed at 5:30. And then I was probably asleep by 7:30, and then woke up at 1:30. And I have been up since then.
Anomaly detected.
And I will actually be home alone, I think, tonight. Chris is going out to visit her family today. I'm not sure if she'll stay the night or not. But I'll be on homestead duties today. Oh yeah, 11:30 is way too late. Get to bed. Yeah, like 9:30 is my cutoff point. Like if I'm still not in the sack by 9:30, something's wrong.
Anomaly detected.
Like my bedtime is, I'm usually crawling into bed at about 7:30, 8, and then I'm usually out by 9. I spend about 30-45 minutes on TikTok, and then I'm like, bleh.
Probes launched.
But I do take naps every day, so usually. Alright, I think we have one more system we can explore. Let's do it before we hit planet side.
Mineral wealth from this system once fed industry on Voeld, and well beyond.
Interesting.
That might be true again. Anomaly detected. Probes launched. Got a reading from the asteroid belt.
Like we got 2 anomalies in this system. Oh no, that's a planet. You know, talking about AI art again, this is one of those things that could theoretically be created by AI in today's game development space. You would need to set the parameters of, like, go from this planet to that planet using these 10 camera angles. But once you've set the parameters, you just set it loose and the AI can create all of these little planets that you run up on and spit out random bits of data about AI could do all of this. Absolutely, AI could do all of this. It could spit out 2D resolutions of these planets. That's all it is. That's a 2D image. Well, actually, that's not correct. This is a 3D. Sorry, but I'm thinking like the icons. But this is a 3D representative thing in space. Because No Man's Sky does this. Like, if you've never played No Man's Sky literally creates universes and star systems and stuff. So this tech is all AI these days in that game. So it could, just an interesting tidbit. Alright, I think we can go to the planet. I also think I need to duck out really quick because I'm pretty sure Chris is awake now. It's 6:30. I need to make sure that she doesn't need anything from me because I know she's doing chores this morning and she's going to go out and visit her fam, so I need to make sure that she doesn't need any help on her way out the door. Let me head to the planet that we're going to, and then I'll duck out and check on her.
Beginning approach.
I'll be right back.
Not really a holiday destination.
Alright, guys. I think I'm back now. Let me switch over to the standing camera. Dun-dun-dun. Chris is definitely going to visit her mom this morning at some point. She doesn't know exactly when she's heading out, but she's awake now. She's getting some coffee. She's getting ready to take out the trash, do her morning chores. And we are going to continue onwards. So theoretically today, since it'll be home alone, I think my current plan right now is I'm going to do the morning stream. Then I'm going to stop and have breakfast. Then I'm going to get some videos prepped and pushed out. And then I'm going to go watch... I need to watch last week's episode of Skeleton Crew because the series finale just aired. So I need to watch those 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew to be caught up on Star Wars. Then I've got to watch the last 2 weeks of Silo to get ready for the season finale, which is coming this week. So I'm going to try to watch all those episodes today. Then I think I'm going to go watch, it's called Severance, I think, on Apple TV. I've been hearing rave things about season 2. And I guess it's some really cool, like, science fiction. I don't know. So I think I'm going to go then download season 1 and get caught up on that. So we'll see. What's up, Thaindar? Let me check my peeps. Got my peeps. Look at my peeps. Taking my peeps down to the planet. We are good.
Take her down, Callow.
We designated this planet Habitat 6. Original readings suggest that it had a breathable, nitrogen-rich atmosphere and oceans of H2O.
I take it that's no longer the case.
All H2O on Habitat 6, Voeld to the Angara, is ice. And those oceans, frozen over completely.
There goes the dream of a seaside property. That's a pretty intense blizzard.
LZ is on the windward side of the mountain. Conditions are bad. I'm tracking gale force squalls.
Tabletop wargame? Man, I haven't played any tabletop since, I think. Well, I've played played virtual tabletop, but I haven't played physical tabletop since probably 2018. It's been a while.
Whoa!
We're good. We're good.
You sure? Want us to get out and push?
Very funny, Ryder.
Nice. Never heard of it. That's one of the cool things about there's so many board games out there and tabletop games these days. Like the last time I went into a game store a couple years back.
Suvi wasn't kidding about the cold.
You know, you look in there and used to be there'd be, you know, it was mostly tabletop rule books and there would be, you know, 10 or 15 different kinds. Now you go into a game store and they've got 300 types of rule books on the shelves from all these different systems
You wouldn't think
and
anything
worlds,
was
and then
here.
board games just out the wazoo.
Try not to make any sudden movements. You're probably being watched.
At least we're being warned. That's a bright side.
One of these days I'll actually do the physical version of our tabletop. You can get it as a PDF right now, but I've just never gotten around to doing the physical because I'm way too busy to be troubled to go put together all the bleed edges and everything to get all the artwork ready.
A heater! Let me warm up for a second. I've never been this cold.
We're almost there. We'll need to talk to Commander Anyik when we arrive.
I'm reading a severe temperature drop.
Heard about Kiva. I still can't find him. His sister came through here. Set out alone to search for him. And she's as tough as a rubber.
Why won't you let me scan it? There we go. Sometimes you have to be at a specific angle to scan some of these ships. I better go warm up.
Life support levels critical. Please seek safety. Life support at 100%.
There, Explorer. It's all we've got. Trust me, this'll work.
First time you switch it on, the whole thing's going to blow.
Don't be so dramatic. I do this all the time.
Alright, we got multiple quests in here, plus a main quest. Let's go up and to the right first, maybe. Hello.
You didn't hear about the human? Landed right in the middle of Aya.
No.
I'm here right now. I'm the human.
We're gonna need some kind of stimulant.
Do, 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 do. Let's talk
If you
to
need
Eskel.
packing up, you'll have to wait. A patrol just came through and I need to see to them.
Did they run into something out there?
Ask away,
It's
Buckster.
getting bolder. A band of them attacked our patrol
Can't
last
guarantee
night.
you'll like my answer, but
Our people
you're
managed to
totally
get out
free to
without much
ask.
trouble, but I need to check
By the
them
way,
off.
congrats to actually showing up to have a follow-up conversation, because most people would just bail.
It's actually warm in here. Those heaters work pretty well.
We don't use them for heat. They generate artificial sun, so we don't go dark.
What do you mean, go dark?
Right, I suppose you wouldn't know about that. Our bodies generate energy from sunlight.
Ah, so this is the energy
If we don't get enough,
stuff we were
our
hearing
immune
about
systems
earlier.
weaken and our bioenergy slows.
Like
We go
Sam
dark.
was telling me that their bodies radiate electricity.
It can't be easy living in a place like this.
Between the cold and the lack of sun, it's tough to keep morale up. Most of us come from Aya or Haval, so it's a big adjustment. Immunity drops, people get sick. But if the civilians in the settlements can live here without complaint, so can we.
I'll come back if I need anything.
I'll be here.
Alright, so he's got a quest. T-Sick and log. Okay, he's bringing in more guns, bigger troops. What's up, Nigel? we sent a shuttle with enough medical supplies. Did you ever receive them? All right, we'll need to hunt down those medical supplies.
Looks like supplies aren't getting through to the Resistance.
Olisk is in charge of requisitions. We should speak with him.
Jarl, have you come back to us? And these must be the strangers I've heard so much about. You know, if not for Jarl, I might kill you.
And this is why we brought Jaw along, because it makes, you know, it's, you can come here without
must be difficult
Jaw,
out here.
but it makes more sense when you
Jarl's
bring him
the
along.
brave one.
How do you feel about Ephra?
Some speak ill of the man, but his plan is bold and the resistance is important. I'll do what I can to help until I can't help anymore.
How do you get supplies with the kett everywhere?
It's hard to fly in, so
Yeah,
my
Jaw
children
is the
run
same
most
race.
items
He's
through
a
the
little
caves
too far
little
behind
by
me, so
little.
his voice over's not as strong, because he's somewhere back
Their
here in the
size
back.
makes it hard for the kett to detect. We
I
all
started
do
this
what we can
conversation
up
before
here,
he was
even
right up on
children.
top of us, and unlike Bethesda games, they'll sound like they're right next to you even when they're 50 feet away, and here they actually have physics for the volume, so he's 50 feet away and sounds like he's 50 feet away when he talks.
Are you selling anything we could use?
I have almost nothing left. What I do have, we need if we're going to stand any chance against the kett. Maybe if you clear that kett station on the South Road, I'd be able to bring in more.
Side
And spare
quests.
something for you.
Good luck, and stay safe.
Just make sure you return Jarl to us.
Where is he? He's right over here somewhere. See, he's standing all the way over back here in the back. Now he ran up. Anyway, yes, we have Jaw. He's a badass sniper. He's a soldier in the Resistance.
Yes, what is it? You're that alien they've been talking about on comms, aren't you? Why are you standing here? Shouldn't you be talking to the commander?
I'm Pathfinder Ryder with the Andromeda Initiative. From...
Wonderful. You're from far away. Do they have magical healing where you're from?
Nothing more advanced than what you have?
Then where you're from is useless to me right now. Stand over there.
Stand over there.
Commander said the alien wanted to help, but we need it. The emergency caches, maybe.
Emergency caches?
This is a war zone. Kett attacks are always a risk. Wounded? There's probably a cache of emergency medical supplies nearby. No substitute for real medical attention, but you'll survive long enough to reship.
Problem is the caches are empty right now. Restrained and no one's been out there to replenish supplies.
There's no time to waste. I'll help with whatever you need.
Supply crates are stacked by the wall over there. Directions to the caches are with them. You have a vehicle?
I do have a vehicle.
Good.
Yes.
Get going. Give me a double dose of summer, quick.
Alright, so Volcha, before I answer your question, I'm going to ask you two important questions, then I'm going to read your dialogue off. So, have you ever watched any of the Star Wars films, and or are you familiar with Star Wars films? And have you ever read or watched the Lord of the Rings films, read the Lord of the Rings books, and are you familiar with Tolkien's Legendarium, alongside of the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings? If you can answer those two questions, that'll help in the forthcoming discussion. So, Volcha had some commentary on one of my Witcher 4 videos expressing some concerns about Ciri as the Witcher character and wanted to continue the conversation during a live stream. Because I said if you want more answers, show up during a live stream because it gives me content to produce for YouTube. So, the question being posed is, my opinion is that lore consistency is important, and it is understandable that if the creators change something drastically, then certain level of pushback is understandable because the fans were attracted by something that is no longer there. You seem to disagree in the comments of that video we were discussing. I would love to know your opinion on this stance. Well, I've already sort of stated my opinion in the other video if you watched the whole thing. So the easiest way to say this is that the fans don't have shit to say. They don't. So the reason I asked the Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings questions is because when you're dealing with a creator like George Lucas or J.R.R. Tolkien, and they are creating a body of work, another good example would be J.K. Rowling with Harry Potter. When you're creating a body of work, Terry Brooks is another good example, the Shannara series. I can keep coming up with more examples of writers, Tad Williams and the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series. When you're dealing with authors who create bodies of work that span decades of their lives, Stephen King and the Dark Tower series is another great example. The author, over the course of those 30, 40, 50 years that they are working on that storyline, they're going to publish books, they're going to publish short stories, they're going to do movie adaptations, they're going to do short story adaptations, etc., etc., etc. In the course of that 20, 30, 40, 50-year journey of them creating whatever it is that they're creating, that intellectual property, they are going to be continually tweaking and modifying those little bits and pieces. George Lucas with the midichlorians is a very good modern example, because it was something where he said in the first 3 movies the Force was very undefined, and then he started to refine his vision for what the Force was, and he created midichlorians, and that was explained in the prequel trilogy, and then that was explained even further in the Clone Wars series and in the comic books and in the extended universe, where he allowed others to come in and play while always keeping a guiding eye on the overall editorial process. At no point in time in that conversation do the fans have the right to dictate what content is or isn't, lore or canon. All that fans can do is go along for the ride, because that person's creative vision is continually shifting and changing based on not only their own life experiences, but also their process as a creator of taking something from a draft form into the various 7, 8, 9, 10 drafts to get it to the published work, and then they come back 10 years later as they're working on the sequel and they go, oh, you know what though? This would make way more sense if I did this. And so they do that, and they add a change. Invariably, you're always going to have a tiny vocal minority of the fan base who get upset. George Lucas, how dare you to midichlorians, aka CD Projekt Red, how dare you make Ciri a Witcher? She's a girl. She's not allowed to be. The lore says she can't be. You're contradicting the lore. You're changing. It doesn't make sense. You're retconning. Oh, no, they're not. They're refining their creative vision over the course of decades as they continue to work on projects. That is their right as the creator and or person overseeing the lore. Tolkien's Legendarium was a work in progress up until the very day he died. That was something that he spent his entire life working on, and if you read his letters and pay attention to the draft process between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, not only that, look at the revised editions of The Lord of the Rings that happened after the book was published, because he kept finding things that he wanted to tweak in the text. He'd be like, no, that doesn't make sense. I want to do, or that's not quite right. That needs to be refined. I'm going to tweak that. I'm going to make those changes. And then over the course of time, his son, with the Silmarillion and all the books of Middle-earth that he put out, continued to tweak the lore. And, actually, Tolkien said these 5 things in his letters, so what he actually meant Aragorn, son of Arathorn, to be was this. Even though the people who read the book back in the 1940s got a completely different version, because their version didn't have all of those nuances and the decades of time that had gone by and the tweaks that had come along with refining that process. So anytime I see someone claiming that a IP owner or IP creator or IP guide, in this case, someone who's licensed that work to be used in their own, as with the Witcher games. The Witcher games are a licensed, adapted version of the books, meaning that they're free to go off and do whatever the fuck they want, because they're not actually beholden to book lore. Anytime I see someone claiming that those people aren't allowed to retcon, or they aren't allowed to tweak the origin stories, or to modify the vision and the storyline over time, those people's opinions, to me, they're not actually fans of the franchise. They're not, because true fans and people who understand the storytelling process, who are there from day one, they're there for the whole thing. I want to see the napkin sketches. I want to see the first draft, second draft, third draft, fourth draft, fifth draft, seventh draft, 8th draft, 15th draft. I want to see the first 3 books. I want to see the next 3 books. I want to see the next 20 books. I'm going to read them all. I'm along for that ride because I am a consumer of said product. I am not the creator of said product. So, no, there is never an instance, ever, from a storytelling perspective, as someone who is a storyteller, there is never a moment where the fans' opinions trump the creator of the content. Whether they are a licensed creator or the original creator, fans' opinions do not trump the creative process of storytelling. But they're retconning. I don't agree with the retcon. Oh, they're doing something with the character that I didn't like. Oh, it's going to be a female and not a male. Get the fuck out. Either enjoy the story that's being provided to you, or go play something else. Go read something else. Go listen to something else. Go watch. Better yet, create your own fucking worlds and get them published. Because then you'll go through that creative process and you'll understand that fans, even the vocal ones, their opinions don't really matter. They can either enjoy what you're producing and creating, or they don't. It's that simple. And some people will say, oh, well, without the fans, you wouldn't be anything. If you didn't have fans, no, I wouldn't have. You are correct in one part of that. Authors and creators and game developers need fans to consume a product, to purchase a product, to show that there's a financial justification to continue said franchise with a new book, a new comic, a new movie, a new TV show, a new game, whatever, a new sequel. What they don't need and have never needed are the fans who try to dictate what the franchise is or isn't allowed to become. Those are the ones you forget about. Ignore those people. They literally were never fans in the first place. True fans are the ones that are ride and die with your franchise. They will critique you. There's nothing wrong with critiquing. I will always critique George Lucas for midichlorians, because I was like, what the fuck, George? But as a fan of Star Wars, I'm ride or die with Star Wars, which means I will critique it, but I'm not going to throw it out just because I'm like scratching my head going, well, I would have done it differently. What I'm not going to do is go on the internet and say, well, George, I would have done it this way, and the fact that you didn't do it this way means you suck. I'm no longer going to follow your franchise because you didn't do it the way I wanted to do it. That's not a fan. That's the toxic fandom. So, hopefully that answered your question. Succinctly. The only power in storytelling lies with the creator and or the person who is guiding the IP. And that might be someone who's, the original creator might have died, Perfect example is J.R.R. Tolkien. Because Christopher didn't create anything. All he did was guide the editing process in the years after his father's death, but he had full creative control. So, like it or not, he had the right to do that. Same thing with Disney. Disney has full creative control over Star Wars. Either you're a Star Wars fan and you accept Disney's new versions of Star Wars, or you're not. And it's okay to not be a fan of Disney's version of Star Wars. But don't go out in public and say that, oh, Disney, not my Star Wars, hashtag, whatever. It's like, that's bullshit. Like, you were never a fan to begin with, if that's your mentality. There's a quest back here I still haven't finished. I need to grab those supplies. Nigel says, I've heard you make this argument a couple times now from YouTube shorts and other videos, but this is probably the best explanation. Thanks.
To get them to the
yeah, I mean, we've had it.
Sam, you saving the location data?
We've had this discussion probably 10 times over the last 6 months in various formats, because we always get people in the chat who will talk about how, oh, my opinion matters more than the creator because I'm a fan and I don't approve what they're doing with this creation, and without me they wouldn't be anything. And it's like, honey, they never needed you in the first place if that's your attitude. Like, people create things like if I'm a writer and I go out there and I write a book, I'm not writing a book for you. I'm writing a book for me. those of you who like the version of the book that I've created for me are going to buy that book. And then you're going to be excited for the next one. And then you're going to be excited for the one after that. But at no point in time am I ever creating content for the little bitch in the corner who's like, I didn't like that you killed off that character. And? Like... How dare you make that character gay? How dare you make that character black? How dare you make that character a woman? How dare you shave that character's head? Dude. Did you see? Dude, I gotta talk about something else really quick. Hang on, I gotta timestamp this. This is hilarious. I gotta go pull this up on. We might pull this up on Twitter. Okay, so over the last week, there has been it's a manufactured drama between CD Projekt Red and Rebel Wolves, who is the spin-off team from one of the game directors for The Witcher 3, who spun off and made his own company, and they're the company who just debuted the game trailer for the Dawnwalker game, which is like a vampire, dark medieval Europe. So there's been this manufactured thing going on over the last few weeks of people trying to manufacture hatred between the two studios and manufacturing this timeline and this story that these developers abandoned CD Projekt Red because CD Projekt Red is woke and the company's burning down and no one wants to play The Witcher 4, and so these developers went over here to create this new series in this franchise, and this is what The Witcher should have always been, right? And there's this manufactured drama about what's going on between these two companies. Meanwhile, on X, over the last few days since the trailer aired, you've got team members and all of the executives from CD Projekt Red celebrating, retweeting, and sharing all the trailers and footage from the Blood of the Dawnwalker and celebrating Rebel Wolves. You've got the official CD Projekt Red social media accounts celebrating Rebel Wolves and what's going on with this company. And you have all the team members, including the founder of Rebel Wolves, on Twitter and X, talking with the people from CD Projekt, and they're all sharing each other's stuff back and forth about how they all still go out for drinks all the time. They have group chats, they do activities all the time together. Like, they're just game developers celebrating making games. So the manufactured controversy is that there's some big hatred between these two studios, and there's just not. If you actually go read into what happened, the game director of Rebel Wolves, who was the game director of Witcher 3, one of the game directors of Witcher 3, there was an internal investigation at CD Projekt Red. He had been with the company for 17 years. He ruffled some feathers. He had a management style that ruffled some people. There was an internal investigation. No wrongdoing was ever found, but he chose to resign from the company because he was like, you know what? I don't want people to be uncomfortable working around me. Obviously, there's a handful of people who are uncomfortable with me. I'm going to go ahead and head out the door and do my own thing. He went, and some people went with him. Happens all the time with major studios. Doesn't mean he severed connections with CD Projekt Red, and it doesn't mean that CD Projekt Red severed connections with him. They obviously have a very good relationship given the fact that they are co-sharing each other's stuff in the reveal of all this Dawnwalker stuff. And the conversations on Twitter and X have been absolutely amazing to watch unfold because it shows a brotherhood that still exists even if they're no longer all working on the same teams and projects together. So this manufactured controversy, first and foremost, is bullshit. But here's the one that's really hilarious. So one of the big discussions that's been happening around The Witcher 4 and CD Projekt Red is that CD Projekt Red somehow went woke, and that Ciri is going to be a female only because the company went woke. Anybody who says that has obviously never played the Witcher games, because Ciri has always been the main character in those stories, and she was always set up to be the next major character if you have played the first 3 games. If you've never played the first 3 games, it makes sense that you would think that, oh yeah, no, but Ciri has always meant to be the next protagonist. So you have all of these angry man-children on social media ranting about how CD Projekt Red went woke. Ciri is, Witcher 4 is only going to be a woman because the company is woke. And those same people have been celebrating for the past week the fact that Rebel Wolves is creating a male protagonist, and how this new company, Rebel Wolves, is going to be this amazing company. There's no DEI. There's nothing woke. It's going to be this amazing, man-founded, manly men making manly games with manly men inside the games, and it's all about men, right? Then all of this publicity starts happening, and people realize that the creative director and founder of the studio, of Rebel Wolf Studios, has a big old LGBTQ plus flag in his Twitter bio. And now the conversation over the last 48 hours has completely shifted about how Rebel Wolves is this amazing company that's going to save the world from wokeness, and it's the counterpart to CD Projekt Red being woke, and Rebel Wolves is this manly company founded by men, and now they realize he's got an LGBTQ plus tag in his Twitter profile, in his X profile, and now those same people are losing their shit on social media because now Rebel Wolves is suddenly, it's a woke company. Look at that. They've got DEI right there in their Twitter bio. The creative director, the founder, the game director, he's woke. Look at that LGBTQ plus thing on his profile. Ah! Dude, the manufactured outrage from these man children is absolutely hilarious. Not only that, PC Gamer yesterday published an article. I gotta go find this. I gotta go look this up, guys. Hang on. I gotta switch back to sitting down because I'm not at my keyboard when I'm standing up. Give me a second here. I gotta flip my camera. This is hilarious. I gotta share this with you guys. Like, this was literally my Twitter feed this morning. Was this hilarious discourse happening on social media? So let me go pull up Twitter, and I gotta find the post really quick. I know Slandered had shared it. Dun, 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 dun. Let me go find his post. That wasn't it. PC Gamer. Oh, what's this guy's name? Ah, here. Is it this guy? No, it's not this guy. Whatever. I'm pulling up PC Gamer's Twitter feed really quick and seeing if I can't find this. Because they made a post yesterday about the game that is getting savaged on social media right now. About this game. And I gotta go find it really quick. And they published so much content. It's gonna take me a second. But essentially, PC Gamer came out and called this new character, what if Geralt was a vampire? But the way they said it, oh yeah, here it is. I found it. This is the funniest shit ever. They are getting ripped on social media because of this. Let me pull this up. I gotta get this set over here. So this right here. PC Gamer publishes this. The new RPG from Rebel Wolves, a studio founded by Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2070 devs, asks a bold question: what if Geralt was a vampire? And yet, at no point in time in any of the presentation for the Blood of Dawnwalker did they ever mention Geralt. It's not Geralt's world. It's medieval Europe. It's a vampire story that has nothing to do with Geralt of Rivia or the Witcher franchise in any way, shape, or form, but PC Gamer is so desperate for clicks that they're literally publishing fake news and manufacturing fake outrage. They're just as guilty as the little man-children of the internet of creating fake outrage and creating fake news to drive clicks. So this is the funniest shit ever to watch unfold. Let me see if I can pull up Slandered's post, because he shared the this right here. Just when I thought Dawnwalker would be free of DEI as opposed to upcoming CDPR games, and they're literally pointing out that Mateos's Twitter bio has a big old LGBTQ plus flag on it. It's like suddenly now the tables have turned and they've done a 180, and now everyone hates Rebel Wolves, and they're just as woke as CD Projekt Red, and their Dawnwalker game is going to be absolute shit because it's all going to be DEI hires, and it's going to be a woke game. You can't make this shit up, guys. You cannot make this shit up. Like, It's free content for me. Like, I just sit back and laugh about this kind of stuff. Manufactured controversy. Just trying to drive clicks. It is funny but sad. Yeah. So, I'll play both games. I'm going to have a great time in both games. I don't care who makes the games. All I care is, are the games fun? I could give two shits about if it's a female or a male character. Is the game fun? Someone tried to say the other day that, like, you can't say that the game Gollum was fun while at the same time saying that The Witcher 3 is fun. You're not allowed to say that all games are fun. Yeah, I can. I might not have found Gollum to be fun. Somebody out there at one point in time, there was one person streaming that game on Twitch. They obviously found it fun. Might not have been for me, but it was for some people. You know? Everybody's got different fun factors. People are crazy. That's what it comes down to.
Good to see you again, Commander Dozil.
And you, Jarl. This is the alien. The one you think can help us.
Yes. This is Ryder, of the Andromeda Initiative.
I am Anyik Dozil. Remember the name, because if you betray us, I will kill you myself.
Alright, fair
Be
enough.
assured that what I do to you will make the stars turn their faces and grow dark.
Totally understood. Everyone wants the stars to keep shining, right?
We're in agreement, then. If you wish to prove yourself, be an ally in our fight against the kett. Despite our best efforts, their growing forces remain a threat to our people. Speak to our lookouts, who watch the valley. They'll know where our need is dire. Jarl, watch them. And be careful yourself, my friend.
I always am.
Alright. Oh, I may need to... Do I need to scan any of this stuff? Nope. But can I touch your terminal? Let me touch your terminal.
Can we manage that? Pathfinder, something I can do for you?
You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having supply issues.
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything's running fine.
Your communications say otherwise. You haven't received a shipment in weeks.
Those data pads are encrypted. How did you... I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments have stopped. If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. I need to investigate this quietly.
That's what you have me for.
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the kett. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no luck. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
Ashley says, I'm exhausted of hearing this loud, nonsensical, anti-inclusivity crowd who just want to be mad for no valid reasons. People need to chill out and learn to have fun again. Oh yeah. It's legit. And to be honest with you, it's becoming, like, I love my job. Don't get me wrong. It's a privilege to be able to play video games for a living and to be able to actually eke out an existence on YouTube and Twitch. Don't get that twisted. But the one thing I hate about my job is manufactured outrage and the fact that I have to deal with it, because I already know, because it's already happening on Twitter/X, Avowed is already getting slammed because of perceived wokeness and perceived DEI stuff. And it's just like, I already know, because I'm going to be playing that game in February and I'm going to be having fun in that game. I already know that we're going to have the same Dragon Age Veilguard trolls coming in and ranting about whatever. And then looking ahead to Mass Effect 5, the same people who hate BioWare now, they're going to be there attacking me for playing not Baldur's Gate 5. What did I say? I meant Mass Effect 5. My brain is twisted this morning. The next Mass Effect game. The next Witcher 4 is going to be an absolute nightmare to play because I'm going to be trying to have fun playing the game, and the chat is going to be filled with trolls. And we'll have to do what we've done every time that happens, is we'll just put it on members only, and the trolls will have to just go somewhere else. But it sucks that I have to do that. Like, I don't want to have to moderate people. But when you have man-children who literally can't control themselves and what comes out of their mouths, like, there's no other option to do that. People think opinions are fact these days, and that's not the way it works. Yes, my 25 years of experience trump your fucking opinion. Sorry, that's just the way it works. You don't get to go to your dentist and give them your opinion on what needs to be done with your teeth. You're paying them for their expertise. They went to school. They got a degree. They did this thing for X amount of years. They deserve the respect of being recognized for their expertise. Your opinions do not trump their facts. And that's a huge issue that I just have, period, with most people who speak English as a primary language who interact with my social media stuff, is that all of them want to think that they all want to think that their opinions trump facts. And it's just like, ugh. It's just, I love social media as a tool, but it has completely fucked this generation of people in the way they think. Not just this generation, the last generation too, the last couple of generations.
I can take a look at the drop point. That way no one will panic.
I could say something on the internet because there's no repercussions.
I also can't stop you from
My
investigating
opinion matters.
The nav point for the last drop location is
Fox
in my
News,
personal
CNN / insert favorite broadcast network told me so, therefore it's true. Jesus, think for yourselves. Investigate.
My friend.
Do some investigative journalism. Do some actual research. Get a passport. Travel outside your country. Learn how other cultures work. Speak another language.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point.
I think we just have to go outside at this point. Yeah, you need to go camping and touch grass.
I wonder
exactly.
how it works. Do you think they're adapted remnant tech?
You don't win a war without good organization.
From this room, we keep track of our brothers and sisters in the field.
They all say the same thing. The Resistance is missing supplies.
I think this is the one we want to take to get out of here. Yeah. The other problem is that because of the way the algorithms work, people have so heavily filtered their own reality over the past decade that they've curated their own brainwashing, essentially. Because you've curated everything on your feed to tell you exactly what you want to see and hear. So unless you're willfully allowing dissent, unless you are willfully putting yourself in the path of resistance, unless you are willfully seeking out confrontation and contradictory viewpoints, your news feed, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, whatever, that has been filtered to your preferences. And so that has just created this chain effect of people who have such huge confirmation bias that they literally think that the world is this way because everything they're seeing on social media tells them that they're right and they have a community of other people who think exactly like they do. And so it creates this, it's dangerous, man. It's so dangerous. By the way, this has nothing to do with like any one political party or countries. It's everywhere around the world. The internet,
well,
for all its good,
let's try to make
has also completely shifted the way we operate as a species.
I have friends here.
And the way everything works. It's evolution, baby. Sink or swim.
But I brought the snacks.
Whoa! Didn't mean to sneak up on you. Your commander said you could show us the valley.
Zeke, I don't want to talk to it. You talk to it.
Ryder has a name.
You named it. How do you even tell them apart?
Stars, Beniska, just stop talking.
Bigotry
Yeah,
and
we can show you
racism
the
in the
valley.
aliens
What are
is
you looking
awesome.
for?
I'm here to help your people. Know anyone who needs it?
We've got reports from Hajara about someone trying to rescue a kidnapped family. See those red lights? That's it. If you're here to help, like the commander says, you could start there. Anything else?
Do you know of any remnant sites or ruins?
I think so. Actually, I don't know.
Zeke, do you ever read the dailies?
No, you'll tell me if I need to know something.
So where is it?
Tall lights, over on your right somewhere.
Tall lights. Yeah, why is your pet talking to me?
What's that alien facility on that mountain over there?
That's the Kett Command Center. We have constant eyes on it.
What's its purpose?
It controls Kett operations on the entire planet. There's always ships coming and going.
I came face to face with the prefect there. Meanest, motherless Bisan I ever saw.
Even the Kett seemed afraid. We don't have much intel on her, though.
Those red lights. You said that's Hajara?
Yes. Hajara Station, one of the Dar in the valley. It's a small community, mostly scientists. There's people there that might need help, if you haven't checked it out already.
How do people manage to live down there?
Why so surprised? We've adapted to this weather.
Those lights are conspicuous. Don't the Kett attack?
We've adapted to that too. The Kett want to take us alive, so we fight to the death. It seems to deter them.
I'll let you get back to your work.
It seems to deter
Yeah,
them.
you behave. We're watching you.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Tempest, we're gonna need the Nomad.
Let's get me some more biotics. I should take a tech ability, or like I should take grenades or something so that I have something that's not related to biotic powers. Detonates combo primers. Electrostatic discharge. Invasion. Man, I think that overload sounds way cool. And it's a detonator too. So it's high damage to shields. And it detonates combo primers. Yeah, let's take that. I'll bump up its recharge speed. Now let me go back. Yeah, let's bump up recharge speed.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Thank you very
Activating
much.
automated forward station deployment.
Alright, let's get the Nomad out of here.
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Perfect. Oops, wrong thing. Wrong thing.
Okay, Sam, what's Voeld got for us?
Kett activity appears to be centered around this large central command post. According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Kett military efforts on Voeld.
And taking it down will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Kett installations.
Okay.
Any suggestions on how to get on Ephra's good side?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Vold's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Don't want to freeze our tires off.
Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a vault.
In other words, there's a lot of
that
stuff
means
going on.
We might
Voeld.
be able to melt this ice
I remember this being a planet that takes a while.
All right, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going.
All right, Mr. Nomad. Yeah, there's a lot to do on this planet. For sure. Alright. Where are we going first? We have something right down the line. This is something that's right down from us.
The windows are fogging up on the inside. Isn't there some sort of de-icer?
I swear I will turn this car around.
It's not a
The
car.
Nomad's got safeties if you drive off this mountain, right?
Trust me.
Follow the lights, Ryder.
Plus, this is just so much better than the Mako. The Mako sucked so bad in Mass Effect 1.
We're out of the worst of it. Temperature should be manageable now.
Yeah, we're about to get attacked, though.
Kett, coming this way!
Quickly! Before they find the resistance! This one's mine.
This is the comp. Oh, I love my new SMG. Holy shit, this thing rocks.
Got them all.
Holy shit, I'm loving the new SMG. Excuse me, boys. Hang on, we're gonna get
Pathfinder,
sidetracked.
this area can be mined for resources.
Gonna get
You can extract
sidetracked.
minerals via your mining interface.
I think this is also the planet where we faced one of those giant remnant like sandworm critters. I don't remember.
We've got targets!
Targets, schmargets. I'm trying to find more copper, man. Where's he at?
Why were Angara attacking us?
Pathfinder, I detect a datapad nearby.
Does the vehicle shoot? No. Where's the datapad? Oh, there it is. New drop point.
Axul. Should I know about it?
That's a conversation for another time.
Pathfinder, I have informed Bonus. The drop point is secure.
Good. The Resistance should get their supplies now.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Well, I'm not finding anything. We're out of the zone. Oh, we got something.
How long have the Angara been fighting the kett? Must feel like forever.
They're a tough bunch.
I and many others have never known a world without kett. The Resistance fights so our children may one day be free.
Yeah, I think I've got this area pretty covered. Still says fair, but I don't know where it would want me to place. Oh no! All the way down. Alright. Let's check our map. We should go over here and grab this fast travel waypoint. No, I already have that one. Never mind. I mean, we just need to go this direction. Oh, I forgot the ice is slick. Very cool. Time to do some donuts. Something landed over here.
Ahead, Pathfinder. I recommend caution.
Take our ship right into it. Where did he go? Oh, it changed my abilities around. That's my fault. I didn't realize it reversed. It reversed two of my abilities. Shit, I'm not at a loadout yet. Right, but I got them switched in reverse because when I took the third ability, it remapped those two abilities for some odd reason. So I got confused by what I was pressing. Alright, let's try that again.
Look, the kett set up camp. Hostiles ahead!
So I have it set now to this. Oh, it chased him. Yep. Oh. Yeah, back up. Good. I love how you can actually hear him shivering in the cold. He's like...
The ambient temperature is normal.
Apparently it does, Thandor. I didn't realize that it did that. So I'll have to wait till I get to a loadout to be able to switch it back. It basically just reversed my L1 and R1, which it should not have done that. I don't know why it did that. That seems kind of wonky. Alright, there's no data pads or anything. This is just ammo.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Joel, I tried that paste the Angara eat. Smelled great, but it was not delicious.
And I find your food very bland. Belisaria Biseo, how will we ever get along?
Yeah. That's what I get for trying to make conversation.
Shit, I missed him. Fuck yeah, I love this new SMG. This thing's awesome. Big difference
Over there.
over
Isn't
the
that a kett device?
pistol
Shooting
and
the device will destroy it.
Also the assault rifle I was using earlier. This just feels much more my speed.
That device is feeding data externally.
To where?
I can't determine that. However, there may be devices at other remnant locations.
Okay, nothing else to see here. Alright, we're getting close. Actually, we need to go to here first. So I get the recall. There it is right there.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Our histories say there were once flower meadows on Voeld. Colors we
didn't have names for.
Whatever you think of it, this is a beautiful planet.
Those clouds are really something.
Alright, we've got multiple quests here. Just to our left.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
I think we saw these lights from the lookout post.
Let's see if someone here needs help.
Alright, we're in the first location. Definitely stuff to scan. Well, howdy ho,
into the ice in order to study it.
Someone around here probably knows what that ice is for.
Don't think that ice is for slushies. Bad weather for it.
The ambient temperature is normal.
We can't get deep enough to
Life
take a full
support is
sample.
back online.
The ice is too thick.
Someone said they saw an alien arrive at the resistance base.
Try asking Armroll
Now
about
here
it.
you are. Oh, wish I could talk. But I gotta get this sky-cursed piece of junk working. It's been picking up weird interference for days. I can't transmit data to our colleagues in Talara.
Is there something I can do?
Maybe. I didn't think you'd be familiar with our machines. Oh, I need to take a break before I kill someone. If you want, feel free to poke around.
High-powered communications array, most likely for planet-wide communications.
Makes sense. Anything on that interference the researcher talked about?
I am detecting a signal. It is faint, but this equipment is sensitive. Pathfinder, I also observe a regular pattern in this emitted signal. It may be artificial.
Yeah, get some sleep, Thunder.
Giving up on Neil.
Kett,
He was your best
are you
friend.
saying the kett are disrupting our
I'm
comms?
saying we need to think about
We
this.
must look into this.
Get in touch with Buxton and form a proper plan.
You're that alien people have been talking about. Some say we can't trust you. But if you're here to fight Kett, that's good enough for me.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Kett kill people. They take our families and we never see them again. Anyone who fights against that has to be better than them. So, will you fight them? I know the location of the labor camp where they took my uncle.
I'll get your uncle.
Here's the nav point of the labor camp. Please hurry. Nilge may not have much time.
Please don't be a timed quest. Alright, it doesn't look like it is. Okay. Am I supposed to talk to anybody else in here? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, that's another waypoint.
Janlith, I'm pretty sure there's something here. They were probably affected by the scourge.
Found an
The ice got some machinery.
Let Yara go. She'll take care of it.
What do you got for sale?
Well, I haven't seen many of your kind around here, but I've heard lots about the Pathfinder from my friends on Aya.
All good things, I hope.
So far.
Do you get much business out here?
I do all right. The trick is to not stay in one place too long. I travel between here and Techix. Sometimes they even make it up to the resistance camp.
Isn't that dangerous with the kett all around?
I've had a few close calls, but they haven't caught me yet.
The stars are on my side.
I'll take a look at your stock.
Got plenty of supplies.
Cool. Sell all the salvage. No minerals, though. I don't want to spend credits on armor when I can make my own. Nope, wrong NPC. Wrong NPC.
I'm good for now.
Heard there was an alien lurking about the place. Don't try to start something. We're all combat trained by the Resistance and prepared to die. And try not to disturb our data probes. Our research is valuable, though it may not mean much to you.
What's your focus out here?
Glacial movement, seismology, climate, anything Aya needs from us. Resources are tight, so our scientists know a bit of everything.
Nice.
That way, we're prepared for anything.
It's a good way to do things.
Are you in charge here?
Lead researcher. Worked as a seismologist on Aya before I volunteered for Hijara.
You volunteered?
We all did. Aya is fine, but all that green gets boring. I can't speak for the rest, but I came here for the adventure.
Excitement.
So far, Voeld has lived up to my expectations. Always a new mountain to scale.
Nice.
How long has this station been around?
Only a few years. This used to be Kett territory before the Resistance pushed them out. We've discovered a wealth of resources the Kett protected out here. Metals, minerals, even a new species of edible cold weather fungus.
Weather fungus?
All that was hidden under the ice?
And more. We've only scratched the surface.
That's awesome.
I'll come back if I need anything.
Lore snippets.
I'll be here.
Which you only get if you take the time to explore. Oop, what are you? Iridium. Are there any more hidden around here? There is. Oop. Okay. I think that's every nook and cranny here. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh wow, there's so much. Jesus, this place is huge. Okay, there's a memory trigger over here and a mining node, so we might as well go get that first. Yeah, that's the one that's like south-southwest.
I'm growing very close to you, BB. To this whole team, really.
My advice? Keep a little distance. Don't lose yourself.
No, no. I feel stronger for it. Even more sure of who I am.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can
deal.
extract minerals via your mining interface.
That's what we're here for, and a memory snippet.
Did your people have plans to settle here? You seem easily affected by the cold.
Excuse me, I need this.
Sam, another memory prompt?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Measly 9 platinum is all I got.
Heads up, looks like a kett construct.
Say, Jal, you smell really nice. Like, not just now. Always.
Thank you. I like to. I take pride in all aspects of my person. I like to smell nice.
Well, I think it's great. Where do you get it?
I make it. Is tinkering with alcohols and plant essences that different from explosives?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, we're out of the zone.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm
You
trying
can
to find
extract
the
minerals
last little
via
bit.
your mining interface.
I don't really care about kett right now. What I do want to find is the last little bit of juiciness that we can get out of this little node area before we move on. Oop, there it is. I think we've essentially drained this area. It still says fair, I'll be damned. Oh, 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 oh. There we go.
The mining zone.
Depleted. Okay. That is going to put us up to another waypoint. And another spawn for the ship.
So, am I the first and only Asari you know?
You are the first, but not the only.
Really? Who else?
There is also Lexi.
Oh, right.
The doctor. Oh, we got a ways to go. Okay.
My sensors are detecting kett technology, Pathfinder.
Yeah, well, I'm not in the mood to deal with the kett right now. Morning, Pippin. I see you, honey. Waking up? What does it want me to scan in this area? search the nav point for the missing supplier. All right, well, let's head to the Renfail point first.
We are nearing the nav point provided by Sokar Isov on Aya. Activating automated forward station deployment.
Yeah, someone mixed it up here.
Found them.
Scans reveal these crates contain Angaran weapons.
Oh, really now?
Oh, did Sokar not mention he helps us out sometimes?
Ha!
And here's the ambush.
Oh, that combo is so sick. Alright, yeah, I need to remap my stuff. For sure. We're gonna go back to the waypoint over there. So might as well just click it right now. Oh no, what do we still need to do here? What am I looking for? I don't see any. Oh! Probably have to kill off this one last dude. Come on. That's what it was.
You've been hanging out at the Cultural Center on the Nexus. Have you read about Omega?
Not yet. Homeworlds first. I want a solid understanding of each species before I dive into the deviants.
Alright, we need to load out here. Okie dokie. Oh, I just realized I didn't have to be here to do this. This is not a loadout thing. This is just remapping my skills. I'm an idiot. Okay, we want to do singularity is going to be... There we go. The overload's in the middle. Alright, what's next? Sam node. Reach the kett holding site? Let's do this one. Shoot all you want, boys.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
I'm aware.
You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Jesus, finding plutonium or platinum is really hard.
It corners a little poorly, doesn't it? Your vehicle?
Yeah, in slow mode, yes. It definitely corners poorly.
PB, when Asari exclaim goddess, who are they talking about?
Me. Obviously.
That's why I love PB.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
I know, I'm trying to
You can
find the
extract
last
minerals
little bit.
via your mining interface.
I haven't found any more. I'm about to move on from this spot because I don't see any additional.
Get ready to fight!
What the hell? Didn't sound very nice. Oh, we got something. There we go.
The mining zone has been depleted.
Okay.
This is the Kett labor camp ski.
Let's do a manual save.
I talked about.
Let's find Niels.
Run? Oh, it explodes now. Wicked cool, man. Oh shit, what the frack was that? Scan range.
One less to worry about.
Right. Scared away. Scared away.
You here to rescue us? The control panel is right there. Shut this down. Once I have a weapon, I'm gonna destroy these kett.
Do what you need to do, brother. That sounds like reinforcements. Oh, it totally is reinforcements. still shooting at us.
Now's the time to move!
Over here.
Get me out of here! I'm gonna kill these cats!
Now we're getting somewhere. Something smells good. I think Chris is cooking breakfast. Hi Pippin, you waking up, sweetie? Give me a minute. Little combat stuff. Kitty cat.
Disable the fence! I have to get out! Freedom? Disable the fence, quick!
You naughty girl.
You're
You
not
slipped your...
getting away with this!
I'm gonna let them fight it out. I gotta take care of my cat real quick. She slipped her body wrap. I gotta put it back on.
Fight the dust!
Alright, I'm back. When she sleeps, sometimes she sleeps in a way that she slips her arms out of her wrap, so I had to take care of her. She's with Chris right now, just cooking breakfast. Shit, I'm gonna die in the cold, aren't I? I wasn't even paying attention. I should have paused the game. Sweet, the Sniper's Elite feature trailer dropped. We'll have to go take a look at that. I've never played any of the games, but I'm intrigued because they're the same company behind Atomfall, and they have a new Sniper Elite game dropping on, I forget, the end of the month on Game Pass. I think it's the same day as Eternal Strands is dropping on Game Pass, so I'll try both of those games out at the end of the month.
Just in time. Would have given us another day at most. No thanks for Rana's jabs.
If the cat can't handle being called mildly insulting things, that's on them, not me.
You see what I mean? We owe you. How'd you find us anyway?
I'm just good at what I do.
Your nephew Ski-Out was trying to get you rescued.
Good boy.
Favorite game of all time? That's an impossible ask.
The Resistance needs to be debriefed. We'll head
There's
back
too
to
many
base
good
as soon as
ones.
possible.
I will say some of the games that have stood out to me.
We have to deliver it to Buxell so she can start the analysis.
Interesting.
Hang on.
It seems we have to depend on our rescuer for more than a rescue. Can you deliver this drive to Tetchix? If we work together, no time will be wasted.
I can.
I'll go there as soon as I can.
Perfect. Buxell will be in her workshop. I hope we meet again. Under better circumstances.
So... Oh, hang on.
This is big. Liberating key Resistance agents and recovering information they stole from the kett. You've put many doubts about you to rest, Ryder. Even Ephra must now be convinced of your intentions.
What about the data drive Neil's entrusted to us?
Good point. If you prefer, you could go to Tetchix now and speak to Ephra later. The choice is yours.
I need to get this data drive to Tetchix. I can deal with Ephra later.
I thought you might say that. Very well. We'll talk to Ephra when you're done with your tasks here.
Too many good games to really pick just one, but I will say that like some of the games that I really like the type of games that stand out to me is phenomenal experiences. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of those games. Cyberpunk 2077, once they made the 2020, was it the 2.0 edition with Phantom Liberty, that entire patch experience, like the Cyberpunk experience as it exists today with Phantom Liberty attached, that's up there for me. Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk 2077 with Phantom Liberty. The last two God of War games have been phenomenal. Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order in recent years. Going back, I could think of like the original Quest for Glory series from Sierra, King's Quest series, Space Quest series. EverQuest was a pretty defining MMO for me for many years. EverQuest 2 was even better. Star Wars The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, Neverwinter Nights, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. There have been a lot. I mean, there's just so many games that have really stood out. I don't know, if I had to, all time, I just don't know that I could do that. But I think the ones that stand out to me, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is up there, along with, like, the Cyberpunk experience once they released Phantom Liberty. Like, those two games are, like, the pinnacle of cinematic RPG storytelling. They have great... Like, I've still yet to play a game that has as good of control of the horse and the horse mechanics than Red Dead Redemption 2. No other game has ever come close to that. And like the technology of like the NPCs having lives of their own and running around and doing all their own things, regardless of whether you are there or not, like that technology is just incredibly impressive. And I think with Cyberpunk, I just appreciated having an R-rated story. Like, I get so tired of only playing PG and PG-13 games, and I get why they do it because they're trying to sell games to the masses. So it's really nice when I get a hard R game to play where it's meant for adults. It's got adult themes. It's got adult graphics. It's got adult everything. Like, there was some truly there's that crucifixion quest line in Cyberpunk that was truly left me with a sour taste in my mouth. It was like, man, this is some fucked up shit, but it's the depravities of humanity. And so if you understand it, also Last of Us 2, which I'm kind of working my way through right now on a second playthrough. I did enjoy Last of Us 1, but I think Last of Us 2 is a far superior game from a storytelling perspective. So from a sheer narrative storytelling, oh my god, hit me in the guts with every scene. Last of Us 2 stands out there as well. But I cried so hard the first time I played Red Dead Redemption 2. I was like, oh my god, this cannot be real that this is going down like this. It's just, there's some really visceral storytelling in there. I don't think I can get through this door for whatever reason. Well...
I'm detecting below normal temperatures. Ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online.
Yeah, if your spouse likes to play the same types of games, I mean, that's always going to make it feel better as well. Just because you're getting the chance to do something with your loved one. Like, Chris has tried, she tried World of Warcraft with me, she tried Lord of the Rings Online with me. By the way, Lord of the Rings Online, another great game. That's still to this day my favorite MMO of all time.
Whatever's next, that's what's fun.
Star Wars Old Republic is a close second. But Chris tried Lord of the Rings Online with me, she tried WoW with me, she tried EverQuest 2 with me. She actually liked EverQuest 2 the best out of those. But she also tried Red Dead Online because she was
that kind of thing.
Watching me play Red Dead so much.
Picking up signal.
But she sat and watched me play the Nathan Drake trilogy.
Looks like a meteorite.
Really enjoyed that one. She's not a gamer, but she liked watching it.
I detect that.
Detect later! Angry Adi headed for us!
By that meteorite might be drawing the Ardi, as well as driving them into a frenzy.
How do we shut it off?
Perhaps the scan will tell us more, Pathfinder.
Watch out! Those Adi seem really mad.
Adi don't normally act like this. Something's made them angry.
We are close to the source of the signal. Perhaps something about the beasts. Was its adaptation to the beasts? I suggest we return it to the Nexus for analysis. We could learn more about the Scourge.
True. Disrupting comms, driving wildlife into a frenzy. There's too much here to ignore. We need to study it. Hopefully, the Hajara scientists won't have any more trouble with their comms.
All right. There's Remnant. There's a POI next to us, which I'm going to ignore for the moment. I need to get down here, and then I was told my breakfast is ready, so I need to go grab my... No, I do not want to have to fight you guys. I'll come back to you.
We haven't been able to take down any of their defenses. Many lives were lost trying.
If there's any way we can help the Angara deal with the kett, we're gonna do it.
Is that one of their kett ships attached to the mountain? Joe, your people have been fighting the kett for a long time.
Since long before my birth.
Are you encouraged that you have allies now? Us, I mean.
It's better not to die alone. Yes.
Wow. You don't think we can win?
This isn't a typical war. Therefore, winning won't be typical.
Hey, can you help me with something? There's a wraith cloaked near you.
That's Techix, according to my map.
We should
All right.
speak to Buxel
I'll be
about
back.
brother as soon as possible.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
All right. Beans, farm fresh eggs, and nice crispy bacon.
I'm reading a temperature decrease.
I hear the kid haven't abducted anyone from
I'm reading a normal temperature range,
There isn't a
Pathfinder.
place on Voeld safe from those things.
Life support restored.
I'm telling you, the kid avoid that city.
Go
You're
ahead and
afraid.
scan that wraith for me. I'll take it from there.
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
They'll be fine. We'll protect them the best we... Are you here to observe the Yavara?
What are the Yavara?
Walk onto the frozen lake and you'll see them beneath the ice. They've lived on Voeld for millennia. Stories about the Yavara are the only Angaran folktales that survive the Scourge. They're beautiful, intelligent creatures, our closest tie to our past.
The ice drills, and now your people will poach them right out of existence.
Something I should know about?
24 Yavara have been killed since outlaws of your kind landed on Voeld.
This is the quest I was talking about earlier, where, you know, we're being
these
shown a
poachers,
deep
and the resistance
cultural
is spread
connection
too thin.
with these animals. It makes us a very unique race.
Will disappear forever.
Ryder, the Yavara are vital to Angaran culture. We need to stop these hunters.
We'll do whatever we can to help.
We should hurry.
Tell me more about the Yavara.
They're amazing creatures, able to communicate through intricate songs. Long ago, we could have heard the songs in person, but the Scourge trapped the Yavara beneath the ice. Now we have to settle for static-filled recordings.
How do they survive under the ice?
No one knows. We've dedicated our lives to studying them, and we still can't find the answer. They're cut off from food and oxygen, yet they still persist. My colleague here has a theory they may be remnant.
We have no way of confirming this, of course.
You said you have folk tales about the Yavara.
Somehow, Yavara stories are the only ones that survive the Scourge. Most of them have the same theme. A Yavara's song is so beautiful, it can coax the sun out of hiding, reveal the stars.
Just stories, of course, but when your entire history is lost, stories are precious.
I see why the Yavara are important to you.
To all Angara. They're a symbol of what the Scourge took from us.
We can't lose them.
I'll leave you to your work.
Ishare.
The ice drills in Hijara worry me. It's right over a Yavara route.
I don't think they can drill deep enough to do any damage.
But it may disrupt their migratory patterns. We don't know what kind of effect that'll have.
All right. Time to help the locals some more. What the hell am I looking for here?
Got it. Over here.
Impressive shot.
Been tracking that thing all day. Thanks for the help.
Do I get to meet the mystery sniper?
Only right. Come find me.
Back we go.
There you are.
Nice shot back there.
Thanks. My father taught me as soon as I was old enough to hold a gun.
Life must be harsh out here. He taught you well.
He's always prepared. Made sure I could shoot, hunt, and make a camp.
Do the kett come around here a lot?
Only some. Resistance patrols keep most from getting through. I pick off the stragglers. Usually wraiths like the one you helped me with.
You ever miss one?
Miss?
Never. You ever shoot remnant out here?
I don't see them too often. I heard there's a big one somewhere, but I never found it.
Oh, we'll find it later, I guarantee it.
Stay safe out here.
See you around.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
Welcome to Tetchit.
The ambient temperature is normal.
Actually, weren't we in here earlier? I know we made it to one of these camps. No, this is a new place. Oh, come on, you can get over it. Oh, you're the person I'm supposed to deliver to.
He got free and didn't even pay me.
Are you Buxel? I have something for you.
From my brother who can't stop being a hero? Yes. Anyek told me to expect you. My son Field said he'd send people after Nilge. I thought more lives lost. Nice to see I was wrong. Thanks for getting him out. Losing him would have set our efforts back months.
Oh, you're welcome.
Is the data they carried that important?
Nit and the commander seem to think so. Now, let's see what we have here. Stars and skies. This is a layout of the Kett Command Center. Entrances, exits, security.
That's a big deal.
We'll be able to cripple their operations. Wait, there's something else here. Oh, that's not good.
What?
The base entrances are shielded and locked with a code which changes, often. Metadata tells me they downloaded this weeks ago. The code is about to change again. If an attack is going to happen, it needs to happen now.
That's what you got me for.
Let me help. Tell me what to do.
The code to disable the security shields is encrypted, but I'll keep working on it. I've sent you the map and a nav point for a side entrance that won't have as many guards. Go quickly. We'll be in touch.
Dun, 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 dun. We'll do that in a second. Alright, I'm gonna go throw my plate back in the kitchen and be back to continue onwards. Alright. We should be good to go for a bit. Yes, my mortal form has been provided with sustenance. We can now meander forth.
We don't usually let outsiders into cold storage. Cold storage? Where we keep the food shipped from Aya. With what little we can
Oh, we got shrooms.
Smart.
Do I have to like get right up on top of it? Let me just go get inside of your guys' food supplies. I want to scan it. Why can I not scan the mushrooms? That's slightly frustrating. There's got to be an angle I'm just not getting. No relevant data. Well, they're showing red, which means they're definitely scannable.
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. The ambient temperature is normal.
No, seriously? I cannot figure out an angle to get through these mushrooms. These ones don't scan. And suddenly none of them do. Alright. No relevant data. That's crazy. Alright. Well, screw you, mushrooms. Somebody has a quest.
Pathfinder Rider, it is wonderful to finally meet you in person. I'm Archbester, scholar and chronicler. I've followed your activity with great interest.
Chronicler? Like a historian?
Quite so. Denied memory of the past or hope for the future, we become dust in a void.
The past can tell us an awful lot about the present.
Exactly. Our struggles are difficult. We have survived much greater and can do so again. It is my life's work to document the events that shape our world. The arrival of visitors from beyond the galaxy is a significant development, of course.
Is there anything we can do to help your work?
I have always been curious about how the Kett invasion began. They must have records of first contact, and we have none of our own.
Where would you get that information?
The Kett are a military
I know
people.
where we're gonna get said information.
Perhaps they can be accessed.
I remember this part.
Approaching it would be foolhardy. Still, if
At
you
least I
find
remember
yourself
what's
there,
going on with the
please
Kett.
see what you can find.
Why don't the Angara have records of first contact with the Kett?
Those who were there cannot tell their tales. Dead or disappeared. There are stories, rumors. No one knows for sure what happened.
I'll leave you to your work.
Of course. I hope to speak to you in less frantic times. I would love to hear about your people.
Data strings almost.
What do they overshout? You can do it! Don't be such a pansy. Kick his ass. Are these merchants?
No one's being cheated. How dare you accuse me in the street? You're a coward. Calls for the signs.
You're the human who came from Aya. Is it still beautiful there?
The most beautiful world I've seen in the cluster, by a long shot.
I miss it terribly. I was born there. Spent my childhood in warm air and sunlight. I'll never forget how that felt.
Why don't you go back?
My life, family, livelihood, they're all here.
What do you sell?
I trade with those who have things they don't need anymore, but who need things I have.
That's most
Small
traders.
comforts, nothing of value to you.
What's a small comfort on Voeld?
Clothing, tools, art, toys, anything to remind them of happier times. Things they can hold in the dark.
What do you mean, people with things they don't need?
Refugees carrying whatever they grabbed as they fled. The lighter their load, the easier their journey. I pay well.
Thanks for talking with me.
Thank you for reminding me of Aya.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have anything that I need. Because I need lots and lots of platinum, which I have yet to find enough of.
Boxel says you rescued her brother. I don't have words to express my gratitude. I am Eski Yevith, steward of Techix. I hope to make your stay here a pleasant one. It's the least I can do.
I am honored to meet you, Steward Eska. I am Pathfinder Ryder with the Andromeda Initiative.
Wonderful. As we say here, there are no strangers, only unmet friends.
There are no strangers, only unmet friends. I like that line of dialogue.
You called yourself Steward. What's that?
I have guardianship of Techix. I ensure its functions, that its people are safe. Commander Doziel and the Resistance fight the kett with their weapons, with their fists. Myself and others here, we fight by refusing to give in, by living in spite of them.
Tell me more about Techix.
It's the largest town on Voeld, home to hundreds of my people. We manufacture, we trade, and we try to live good lives, even with the kett presence. I have lived here all my life, and there's no place I'd rather live.
What about Aya?
Ugh, sulfurous air. Not for me.
I won't disturb you further.
It is no disturbance at all. May your luck build, Ryder.
You, the Pathfinder. Is it true? Can you talk to the old machines?
You mean the Remnant?
I'm no threat to them. Never have been. Tell them to stop hurting me.
Did they injure you, or just chase you off?
They chased me, and I slipped on the ice. That hurt.
would the Remnant come after you?
I dig for useful things around the pillars.
Oh, that's why.
Good tech. Machines always left me alone until now.
You were misinformed. I can't actually talk to the Remnant. Even if I could, I don't think they'd listen.
Well, good are you then? Thanks for nothing.
Sounds like you need to QQ some more. Here's a tissue. Okay, don't do anything impulsive. Trying to rescue Nilj.
You're that Pathfinder, right? I heard about your landing. Welcome to the Araton. I'd offer you space, but a group from Hajara just claimed the last of it.
My translator lost that one. What's an Araton?
It means shelter from the dark. A hostel for people who don't want to camp on the ice.
Copy that.
We're the only Dar large enough to support one, so everyone comes here. I get Hajara researchers, resistance patrols, even your people on occasion.
Really?
There were humans here?
Not humans. The spiky ones. Turians. They hated the cold. I had to crank up the sun heaters to thaw them out.
What were Turians doing out here?
I didn't ask. I assumed they were like you, helping the resistance. They haven't come back yet, so they're probably still out there.
Oh.
I should get going.
Stay warm.
That's interesting.
How are you finding the bunk?
It's a bed. Better than sleeping in the ice in the dark.
It's dark out there, isn't it? It's a good thing Marifa's sun lamp's here.
Alright. Nothing sus going on here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a container to loot. Ah!
A human? All the way out here? You must have guts.
What's up, Mithril?
If anyone can help my people, it's you.
Help with what?
The kett destroyed a Dar not far from here. Retaliation after the resistance pushed them out. The people were either killed or driven off. They left everything behind.
Do your people have somewhere to stay?
They're taken care of. But now we have a new problem. I'm a historian. That Dar was home to a priceless Angaran artifact. A map of ancient Voeld. I sent 2 of my colleagues to retrieve it, but they run into trouble out there. The kett came back to finish the job. I need someone to help my people fight their way out.
Don't worry. I'll dig them out of trouble.
You're a lifesaver. I'll give you the nav point for the Dar. Please, hurry.
Okay. We can call him from the meeting room. Alright, we should probably do PB's little thing here. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do PB's side quest and then we can yeet back to the ship to make a phone call.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
It's cold out
You're so alive, PB. More than the others of your species I've met.
I think you're fascinating. Angara are so open with their feelings.
This is a little uncomfortable.
And humans, as we can see, are not.
These are the ruins we're looking for.
Time to scrounge for tech.
Hello. God, I'm loving my explosions potency now. Remnant decryption key. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna...
You'll need to scan for the missing glyphs, Pathfinder.
Is that her quest? Recover the Remtech from the remnant site on Voeld. Is it more than just one of these? That's just in the box. Alright.
Okay, let's solve this thing.
Was there any more? I'm thinking that's the only one, unless I'm mistaken. Alright, see you, Nigel. Have fun. I think that's right.
Is
All right.
this what you need for your project, PB?
Looks like it. Very cool little piece of rem tech.
Rem tech?
Yeah, shortcut I made up. Rem is short for remnant, and...
I comprehend.
Anytime we come across ruins like this, let's scrounge what we can.
Appreciate it. Come see me on the ship.
'Tis the plan. Although I wish you didn't have to take off. It would have been cool just to go back to the ship and like go into the comm center and like just do it on the ship. But they make you take off. It feels kind of weird.
Jal
like-
says Evra is waiting for your call, Pathfinder.
You have
Why do
new
we
email
need-
at your terminal, Pathfinder.
To get off of the ship?
Nuh-uh, no peeking. I'm putting the finishing touches on my personal project.
I thought you said it was on the Nexus.
I'm just perfecting the final component here, or should I say, trying to. Several of the crew have offered to help, and I keep politely declining and ushering them out. So, thank you for retrieving that critical piece of Remtech, but kindly stop digging.
I'm naturally curious, and I'm sure the crew just wants to bond.
Curious is good. Builds anticipation. I'll leave the bonding to you. Not my style. I realize it must be hard being the Pathfinder and not being able to know everything. But There's so much you can do that no one else can. It's safe to say that you, my friend, are one of a kind.
You've only scratched the surface. You have no idea what all I can do.
No, but I have an active imagination.
Tis.
I look forward to being educated. But no more distractions. The next time you're on the Nexus, my project will be done. Come by, and I'll unveil it. Now, if you will, please leave me to my own devices.
So next time we're on the Nexus. Alright. Meanwhile, we need to meet in the comms. Call Ephra.
You know, Costa, poker is its own kind of thrill. And still not playing with you.
Prepping VidCon communications.
Gambling doesn't seem like your style.
Why?
Commander?
Pathfinder, Joel's been keeping me updated on your adventures, your good deeds on our behalf.
I meant them. I want you to know you can trust me.
You rescued Shava Khan. His loss would have been hard for the Resistance. But your true agenda is clear, to explore Aya's vault. Joel says you want to help find the Moshai. Why should I let you?
I'd like this to be the beginning of a strong relationship.
Keep your promises, and little by little our bond might grow. We've managed to trace the Moshai to a special kett facility on Voeld.
Why special?
These facilities are protected by a dynamic shield tech we haven't been able to crack. We're close, but its ability to adapt outstrips the speed of our current processors.
Pathfinder, adding my processor to their program would no doubt make the difference.
Ephra, I can help. Respectfully, this time you need my help.
Respectfully, the Angara don't need anything from you. We take care of our own.
With the processing power of my AI, I can guarantee the shield breach.
AI? Of course, that makes sense.
He's physically connected to me, and so I need to... well, I want to go.
It was risky to be honest about your AI, and honesty makes you different from the kett.
I hope so.
You're welcome on the mission.
Thank you.
A team will meet you at our base on Voeld. They'll take you to the kett facility. Stay strong and clear. Goodbye.
Copy that.
Giles said he wanted to see you.
I'm sure he does. Do I have any points I can spend? I do. Yes, please. Always gonna be a fan of more mining nodes. Oh, there's still 35 minutes on that one, 2 hours left on that one. Well, if I only have a 29% chance no matter what, let's just do it. Alright, do I have enough to make any goodies? I do. Augmentations. Let's do the biotic combo. Where did it go? I guess it's just this one. 5% combo. Tech. Yep. And let's craft. Thank you very much. Just need to make the arms. Do I have enough? I do not. I need iridium and platinum. But I did make 3 of the 4 pieces. Iridium and platinum. And of course there's nothing to buy here. So do I have to do them in loadout, or can I just do it straight from the inventory? Okay, you do have to do it from the loadout screen. Alright, let's do that, and then we can decon the rest of this stuff. Maybe we'll get some goodies out of it.
Again, I'll lend you 30.
I just need the arms, then I'll have my full N7 kit. Alright, now I can deconstruct all the rest of this stuff. Which maybe I'll get some goodies out of it. Nothing I can use at the moment. Well, I could at least put the Ranger arms on, because they're better than what I have.
Someday I'll find out what.
Could they give me a tech bonus at the very least? They look a little ridiculous. Ooh, iridium, cool, but no platinum. I'm never going to use that one. So I can only okay, these are, I can't break these down. Let's change this out to number 2. Vanadium. Alright, well I think the only thing I have left to make arms is going to be the platinum. But I get some tech bonuses from the arms I'm wearing now, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I got nothing. I can get a remnant decryption key. It's only 480. Alright, where do I want to spend this point? Oh, I already spent it. Never mind. Okay, Jaw wanted to talk to me, I think.
So, you've gained Ephra's trust. No easy feat.
I still don't think he likes me.
That's just his way. You should be more worried about the Rokar.
Ephra made it seem like you had experience with them.
I know their leader, Aksul. We studied together under the Moshai. But unlike me, he was a good student. The best, actually.
Then he knows about Remnant?
He did. It's a long story.
Give me the short version.
Aksul was captured by the Kett. He spent a year in a forced labor camp before he managed to escape.
That's why he hates aliens.
Yes, he suffered greatly. When Aksul returned, he no longer cared about the Remnant, or anything, except destroying the Kett.
Why not join the Resistance?
Aksul's not the type to follow orders. And I think he was bitter we weren't able to rescue him.
So he formed the Rokar.
We didn't give them much thought. But since your people arrived, his cause has grown.
I convinced Ephra I'm not a threat. Maybe I can do the same with Aksul.
I admire your courage. But Aksul's dangerous, and he lacks Ephra's pragmatism. He'll make you want to kill him.
I have to try.
If Helios is to be your home, I guess you'll have to deal with the Rokar one way or another.
Indeed.
There's a recluse on Havarul who escaped with Aksul from the Kett. Her name is Tholdir. She might know how to contact him. I'll send you the nav point.
Thank you very much. All right. Sorry, refugees on Eos. Cora wants to talk to them. We've got the Tenarians on Havarl. Poker games. Lexi's giving me food tips. Okay. Let's go talk to PB really quick.
Voeld orbit is steady.
Take me to the Nexus. Yeah. Right, where is her apartment?
Residents are still mourning the loss of King Garth.
Up top.
I don't care what you camp for these hours.
But the Pathfinder just comes and
Unlocking.
Knocking.
Come on in.
Dude, I love the like notes piled everywhere.
What in the world is this?
Ta-da! My project. She is complete.
She?
Looks like a she to me. Just a proof of concept. I stripped out its remnant command prompts to see if I could power it up myself. It worked! Now I can build a field model with combat protocols that fights for you. So, what do you think?
You've outdone yourself, PB. Let Suvi and Gil eyeball it, then fast-track the combat model for me.
I'd hoped you'd be happy. Oh no, I forgot to lock the... Shit.
My, Pellisaria. Didn't know you were still using this hole. Who's your friend?
Kalinda, this is Ryder.
Oh, everyone knows the human Pathfinder. I meant, who's your remnant friend?
None of your business, Kalinda.
Of course it isn't. That's what makes it so interesting. Don't be so hostile, babe.
Don't be so condescending, babe. This is PB's place, and you're trespassing. I'd say that warrants a little hostility.
Now. I was just concerned something might have happened to my dear old friend.
Babe.
I'm sorry for the intrusion, Pellisaria. I'm just relieved to see you moving on. Ta-ta.
I'll walk you out. So, want to talk about it?
Oh, Kalinda and I go way back. We joined the initiative together. For a long time, we were like family. Now we're not. When you live 1,000 years, Ryder, people come and people go. Entanglements are silly. Just like places. Time to pack this one up. I'm done with it.
Hey, I hope you know you can talk to me. Anytime.
Aren't you a cutie? Thanks, Ryder. That's nice. I mean it. But really, the past is the past. I'm fine.
Alright, unlock the Remnant 6 power, which will allow Ryder to Polycon Zap. Control the Remnant Observer. You can find this power on the Tech Skills screen. Nice. Very cool. Oh, it's an assigned power. All right. Well, for the moment, I want to get my cast times down. Yeah, recharge speed, please. Defense debuff. Detonator damage bonus. Oh, yes, please. And then... Oh, screw the weapon bonus. I'll take the biotic damage bonus, but I can't do it yet. I need more points. I should probably level these guys up anyway. I'm not actively using them, but eventually I will have to run armies missions with them, so I might as well keep them up to speed. Now, can I... Okay, cool. All right, we're going to save here, and I am going to wrap it up, everybody, because Chris is about to head out. So I need to be on call for the next little bit to help her
I'll
with
pack up my
all
new
the
pet and
chores.
essentials. See you back on the Tempest.
And I'm going to help her get out the door, take a nap. I'll probably do a... I don't know if she's coming back tonight or if she's staying with her mom tonight. We'll see how things go, how the day goes. If she ends up staying with her mom tonight, I'll probably do a secondary stream this afternoon. Otherwise, the plan is I'm going to go away and I'm actually get caught up on my shows. So I'm going to watch last week's episode of Skeleton Crew and the season finale from yesterday or today. Get those out on the review channel. Also going to get caught up on Silo. I've got 2 episodes to watch on that. Get those up on the review channel. I don't know if I'll get all of those episodes up today, but make sure to pay attention to the other channel, Renfail Reviews. If you're watching on Twitch right now, don't forget every single day we do multi-streams on YouTube and Twitch, and everything in between the streams happens on the YouTube channel. So make sure to head on over there and catch up with all the reviews and discussions and everything else. This morning we had a little talk about Starfield. Yesterday we did some other stuff. Tomorrow we've got some more Mass Effect content. Ongoing episodes in the Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough. I believe we're airing up to episode 86 today. And then it's going to be right around 100 episodes covering the first playthrough. Once we're done airing those episodes, I'll get into the second playthrough on streams because I want to do some DLC. So that'll probably happen by the weekend. We're also going to be testing Path of Exile 2 when it patches, and probably do another episode of The Last of Us 2 playthrough this week. And at the end of the month, we're going to be doing Sniper Elite and Eternal Strands, so stay tuned for those 2 playthroughs. We'll end up doing like Eternal Strands right into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And Sniper Elite, I think I'll just dabble. I don't know that I'll do a full-time stream of that, but we'll see how the days go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Catch you in the next one.